Interesting.
Interesting.
All right. So, when last we left off, the Honorbound made their way out of the sewers underneath Andorra. They went about their business, seeing the Menders, Kakira, deciding to stay with them a while to help with a cure, and later heading back to the guard captain and Zerf. Speaking with the guard captain, they informed him that the individuals likely behind the sickness were an alchemist named Briston, and none other than Galadriel Stormsight. The guard captain let the group know that since Galadriel was involved, inquiries will need to be made towards Sanctuary Grove. After a few fun nights at the tavern, trying the new Dragon's Fire shot, and after a brief excursion to the Sly Fuse hideout, the group reconvened at Zerf's tower. The group learned that Deacon Zinlin has allowed them to enter Orialis through his circle as long as they help him with a task. Agreeing, the group all jumped through the circle and landed within Zinlin's tower. Zinlin lets them know that the entire city has begun to complain about bad dreams, and he's asking them to go speak with the Aarakocra, since they seem to have some knowledge of dream magic. As the group stepped out of the tower and began to take in their surroundings, they looked around, and by the end, in the massive mountains beyond the Great Wall of Ezrael, Sige suddenly seized up, and after a moment, it passed. Yet Sige has no memory of this. Marsica, taking a look at Sige to see if he was okay, saw a small black fleck move across both of Sige's eyes. We pick up there with the group deciding what to do next. So, you guys are standing currently in Wrights Boulevard and taking in the sights of Orialis. What do you guys want to do?
Notes on things. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, well. I wanted to go see the shops that they told us about, but
I wrote down one of them.
We should probably go to the Light Lord's Infirmary first, just to take care of that whole business.
Yeah.
You guys would like to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I have a star next to that. We should definitely go.
Star means important.
Star means important.
All right. So, as you begin to walk through Wrights Boulevard, this area seems to be like the epitome of like college campus. There's really nice buildings. It seems to be old architecture. You can't help but smell the farms and farm animals from just on the other side of the walls. Kakira, this feels almost like home. You can see the Cathedral of St. Saya off in the distance. But you guys continue through Wrights Boulevard, passing many robed figures, eventually crossing the bridge into Craftsman's Row, and passing a tavern called the Gilded Goblet. Walking directly past, you're close now to this massive blue cathedral. It's beautiful green grounds, and you see off to the right the Traveler's Rest, the cemetery here. Continuing through, you see the about 8 to 10 story tower that is a little bit across the way from the cathedral. And asking around, finding your way, this is the Light Lord's Infirmary. Kakira would know that this serves as another place of learning how to treat illnesses, and those who are sick come to them for aid.
as we were walking over there, because Marsica hasn't said what she saw yet, but she's like keeping an eye on Sige. Is he acting normal?
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay. That's a lot. 24, 25.
As far as you can tell, Siga's acting very normal.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and message you something on Facebook that you notice as well.
Womp,
Okay. Womp womp.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's actually working.
Hey, just to clarify, did we decided to keep the spark with us, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to
You
make
did
sure.
not give that to Zerk.
You have it, right?
Correct.
Calvio? Okay.
That's what my notes say, but I
Who has
remember
the
us
spark?
talking
Well,
about
it
not
should
bringing
be-
it with us.
It should be either you or me that has it.
Correct. And I know it's in a tin box or lead box or whatever because somebody got all that. I remember all that
Kevin,
business.
Remind me to send that to Courtney when she shows up. I guess I'll send that to David as well, since he's
Okay.
currently playing Sige.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Secret.
Sorry.
I got a secret.
No, you're fine. It's all good, dude.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
So, as you guys continue along, I assume you make your way inside the Light Lord's Infirmary.
Yes. And we're asking for a Duenna Morlin. I think I said that right.
I have Deanna. Wait,
Duenna, Deanna, something Morlin.
Duenna.
Duenna-Morlan. That person.
Yeah, I've got that too.
So you walk in, and there is a halfling woman behind the counter, and she's like, "Oh, and you see like rows of people waiting, coughing, masks and things around them. Can I help you?"
Who was the person I talked to? Fucking God. Does anyone remember who the person I talked to was? I didn't write down that person's name.
I didn't write down that name. I don't think. Hold on.
Kakira, make me a history check,
It's
low
fine.
roll.
We spoke to one of your colleagues in Endora when they were there helping us with the plague, and some of our friends, and I'll gesture to Flint and Xarrikir, were recently in the
Oh, wait.
Deadwood.
Did Flint go with you guys, or did he stay back? I thought he stayed back.
He stayed back.
Yeah, Flint stayed back.
But Flint has issues too.
Yeah.
He's just not with us. What was I saying? Oh, that we were recently in the Deadwood, and they seem to have some sort of affliction of a kind. We were sent here by them to help with that. To save time, I'll explain to her basically the same way I explained to them that we went in the Deadwood for a time, and they have like some kind of affliction. It's not really a sickness, but they're tired all the time, and that I wore a suit, and I didn't get the affliction, some of us also didn't, and the weirdness that all that occurred. Yeah.
Make me an insight check, Calvio.
Oh shit. Okay. What is my? Okay, I'm not awful at insight.
That's one of my
Here-
best skills.
14.
You realize, like, as you're just starting to expound upon this front desk person, their eyes are glazing over, and they're starting to get no idea with a lot of the things that you're talking about, and they're like, so who do you want to see? Oh, what was that? Oh.
It was me.
Oh.
You.
Turn your camera off?
It broke. It broke.
Bye.
It broke big time.
It scared me.
Okay, but we're okay. We're okay now.
Everything's great. Oh, good.
I can set your name down to see a doctor?
We were sent specifically for Duenna Moreland.
Oh, well, she's incredibly busy right now.
Can I put down the thing that they gave me? Like what? I don't remember what it was.
The little
they gave me a
symbol
thing.
directors.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would kind of look at it, and she would say, "Oh. Yeah. Yes. Right away. Hold one moment, if you don't mind. Could you please wait?
Sure.
There. And I'll see to this right away." And then you watch as she kind of like gets up, scurries, and goes to like a nearby like office station. It seems like has papers and stuff. And she writes on this and immediately folds it up and turns it into a paper airplane and like fly and throws it. And you watch as it like zooms throughout the town.
Cool. That's pretty dope.
And then she says, someone should be with you in some moments.
Thanks.
Yes. Not sure if it could be Duenna, but if I'll see if she's free. If she is, she'll come.
Sure. Well, thanks for your help.
So it takes a little bit longer than you're expecting, but after a time, a elvish woman comes down this spiral staircase in the back of this large welcome hall. And you can tell as this person is walking through, she has like breeches with a button-up shirt and a very tight ponytail with glasses. And this person is like commanding presence as they're walking through. And
okay then.
She walks up straight to your group and says, "Now tell me everything about this affliction."
Do I have to say all of it, or can I just say that I say all of it?
Yeah, you can just say
I don't have to say all of it again.
say all of it every single time.
Okay, I mean, if you want me
to help explain everything.
I feel like Calvio has a pretty good handle on it. Calvio's a smart dude.
And she's kind of looking, and then she looks over at Kakira, saying, "Have you not tried to cure this with your magic?"
I don't think I can. I have tried and it didn't work.
What did you use? How did you try to cure it specifically? Tell me everything.
I don't remember if you used lesser restoration.
I think it was lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration, I'm pretty sure is what it was, yeah.
Who is currently afflicted with this sickness?
Points to Xarrikir.
I'm gonna step forward.
Step forward. She
Fang.
immediately and Fang as well. She immediately steps forward and she says, "Hold out your tongue."
Okay.
And she puts a piece of wood on your tongue and is looking into your throat and is getting really up in your business.
we said, it's less of a
Hold on.
a sickness.
I'm inspecting. I'm listening. I'm watching. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Tell me how you feel.
How would Xarrikir feel with radiation poisoning?
You're probably feeling. I mean, you've played Fallout. What do you think?
I don't know.
You're probably
Tired as shit.
like very tired, nauseous, and maybe some parts of your skin are starting to feel tender.
I would say that.
She would start like poking you at different points. Like start poking your arm a lot, and she'd say, "How does that feel? Does that hurt?"
No.
Okay, and she like takes notes, and she goes and does like you watch for the next like 10 minutes. She does like a full medical examination, asking Xarrikir all sorts of questions and things.
And this is in the welcoming area.
This is in the welcoming area. Like she doesn't give a fuck. She's just right there. Everybody is currently just like watching.
Yeah, and like she's not caring that, or is she that I am a tiefling?
Not at all. She
not at all.
Care in the slightest.
We have notes, and then I hold out the notes that we took. That Zerf and I.
Why did you say this to begin with? And she like comes over and snatches them.
I tried, but you and the stick and the mouth and.
Come with me.
Oh,
all right.
And she leads you up through this staircase. It seems to go on for quite a while. You pass through several rooms and hallways where people are learning. You hear the sick down different hallways. And after a time, she takes you what seems to be about 3/4 of the way up and into a room that is, the tiles have turned into like an off-white, and there is a table, a medical bed, and some strange-looking instruments hanging above a counter off to the side. And then there's a desk with some other things. And she says, "Sorry, I forget to apologize sometimes. It took me a while to get down here. I was currently in the middle of inspecting a specimen. So, I'm not sure if I can cleanse this by non-magical means. Would you be willing to subject yourself to study for a day or two?
I'm fine with that.
How much time can you spare?"
I look at the party and what are our plans?
I mean,
well, it's this or death.
Yeah, this is gonna have
yes.
to take priority. All of the rest of this stuff.
I'm also interested in learning how to heal this.
All right. So I can stay
Can I
here.
also? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I can stay here until it's done, pretty much.
If that's okay with you, and then you watch as she kind of like has this, she goes and picks something up from the counter, and it's this gauntlet that she puts on that seems to like emanate, and as it kind of comes up, it like there's different projections and things as she begins to just go over your whole body with this gauntlet.
Are you okay with leaving Fang here for that long?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I mean, he's not looking too good. He's losing a lot of fur, and he's just getting more and more tired.
Wait, your dog is losing fur along with this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does Xarrikir have hair?
Yes.
Is Xarrikir losing hair?
Do you
like
have
noticeably?
a full head of hair because of the hood?
Not a full head of hair, but I have basically what I have now with just the top right here.
Oh, it's thinning. It's
okay.
Thinning a little bit. And she's looking through, and she's going to make a medicine check. She does with advantage. She'll keep the original roll. So she's going to look, and she says, it's at the deep level. Those small things. I will need 3 days to help with this. This should help with your furry friend as well. And she kind of is looking she's looking more uncomfortable at Fang than she is at anybody else.
Fang's just being a good boy.
Yeah.
I can leave the suit I wore and some notes here as well.
Oh, they did mention a suit. Yes, I would love to see that.
As long as we're on the same page that it's our suit, and I'm not giving it, but I'm definitely willing to leave it here for a while.
I mean, is Kakira going to be staying as well?
If Kakira wishes to,
because I think this is quite pertinent. It will probably come up again.
Okay.
Kakira wants to know how to fix this.
Yep, fair enough.
Kakira will be there with Fang and Xarrikir and anything we leave.
Well, then I'll just give Kakira the suit in my notes and trust Kakira to do with it what she feels is appropriate.
Put it on and go.
I don't think you can put it on.
No, Kakira just
no, my wings are too big.
But this and she'll say by this point, and she says, and you said you went to the Deadwood.
Yes.
And that's
but not all of us got this.
Interesting. Who did not get it?
I mean, I don't feel like I should count in this because I wore the suit, but technically I didn't get it.
Interesting.
And I think
Sige
I've been
get it as well, right?
Sige did not either.
Correct. I think Kakira spent the most time in the Deadwood because she also had a second, or the first trip out there as well.
Yeah. And she said, well, as long as I have a control and somebody who is sick. So, Kakira, if you would like to stay, that would be a magnificent help.
I would be happy to.
Good. I have classes to teach as well, so you will not be required to be here the entire day. Perhaps, let us say, between 3:30 and 5:30 for the next 3 days. Should give me ample time.
Okay.
Sounds fair. Reasonable.
No.
So, and she'll say for the first day that she'll hold on to Xarrikir and Kakira for right now to get the first day going. And as you all are about to leave, she says, "You're lucky you survived that place. Many of those woods are dangerous. There are tales of sickness, but they often die before getting to us. This is a good opportunity, which is why I'm waiving any charges."
Oh.
That's not necessary.
Shh.
I'm sorry.
If you wish to pay, please donate to our charity.
Okay.
Okay.
Now off with you. I have some studying to do. And she motions towards Xarrikir and Kakira.
Off we go.
Off we go.
So,
would Kakira have studied here at some point?
You would probably have had friends here, and you being a cleric, you may have had initial classes and things, but your route followed more so. You did enough to basically get proficiency in medicine, so maybe a year or two of study here.
Okay.
But nothing like Duenna.
Okay.
You know. So, as Marsica, Sige, and Calvio leave, Duenna begins her delving process. You watch as she is starting to mix different concoctions and of brews and things, and is having Xarrikir try different things, asking how he's feeling after every single one, and then taking copious amounts of notes. And then this same gauntlet that she has, she's going over Xarrikir, she's going over Kakira, and it's a very similar process throughout that. And then Kakira, are you inquiring on how she's doing these things?
Yeah, I'm probably just like asking questions as she's going, and like, clarifying questions, trying to figure out what's going on.
This is going to be a skill challenge for you over the next couple of days, because she's operating from the spark. That is where her magic comes from. And so you have to kind of co-op to see how she's doing it and say, oh, this might work with my kind of magic.
Okay.
Right. So there's, and since you're there and
I'll be right back,
watching her do this, then I'll go ahead and have you make the first check, and go ahead and roll. It would be, I guess it would be like a caster check for you. And so go ahead and roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier along with your proficiency bonus.
Okay. All right.
You need 3 successes, and you're going to get 2 chances every day.
Okay. That's an 11.
It's 11. Okay. That's you kind of see, but it's not really enough.
Okay. Maybe this dice doesn't get used today. Do I roll another one, or?
Yeah, roll 2 per day.
Okay. Okay, that's a 20.
20, yes. After the end of that 2 hours, you start to realize, okay, I see what she's doing here, and that's how this would work on my end. And you start piecing it together. All right. So, Calvio, Sige, and Marsica, what are you guys doing while Xarrikir and Kakira are spending their time at the Light Lord's Infirmary?
I feel like
Go look for
Marsica
magic stuff.
would say impatient people. Like, look at Calvio. Impatient people.
What?
The impatient pupil.
The impatient pupil?
Yes, it's the store.
Impatient pupil for magic items. Yeah, I found it. Yes, impatient pupil. I found it.
I thought you were just calling Calvio an impatient person.
I don't
Impatient
understand.
People.
That's what I heard.
Pupil.
I was like, how am I impatient? We're here. We should do the thing.
We're actually in the place. All right. So, you guys saunter over back to Wrights Boulevard, asking around, and you find a, what's it? This almost octagonal shaped building that goes straight up. It's 2 stories, and it's very methodically placed, where there's 2 windows on the side of the front door, which the front door is a double door that opens up, and it's in a deep green color. And after that, it's every other panel has windows on it, and then on the second floor, it's offset by 1.
Cool.
And so, you guys head inside the impatient pupil?
Oh, yes, we are going inside.
All right. So,
All of us.
walking in. Trying to find it. Yes. Okay. Yes. There we go. As soon as you walk in, you hear the quick pitter patter, like, and right in front of you quickly is a rock gnome with like fiery, messy hair, and is just looking up at you saying, "Welcome to the Impatient Pupil. What can I do for you today?"
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
We are here from Andorra, and we heard this was
Such a
the
long
place.
way.
I know, right? We heard this was the place to come for magic things.
Yes, we are purveyors of fine parchment, magical components, inks, and spell scrolls.
Can we browse for a bit? Or do you have anything that you're particularly proud of that you would like to show us?
Nothing I'm particularly proud of. I'm still an apprentice, but my master, Nigel, is currently working on something very interesting.
Oh?
And what is that?
Care to come see?
Yes!
Yeah.
And so he starts walking you through these different aisles that have like all sorts, like you can just, it reeks of like parchment paper in here. There are just piles and piles of it. You think like you get the impression that this is basically the bookstore for Zofreus Academy, where they come for all of their supplies and everything as they're learning. And he takes you by a few shelves that he shows you. This is where some of our spell scrolls are, and he points off to the right, and he's like, "There's our potions," and continues along. And you see another rock gnome with slightly more well-kempt, fiery hair, who is currently sitting up behind like this glass window, and he's currently like he has like a wand with a large gem at the end of it, and it's currently glowing, and he's going over this piece of armor, it looks like. And the other rock gnome is saying, "Not sure what it is yet, but he's super excited."
Do you know when he'll be done?
If it's a commission, it's how long they paid him. If it's for fun, probably about a week to 2 weeks.
Oh. Interesting.
Cool. Is there a way to find out what it is? Like a commission versus a...
ask him.
If it seems to be pretty concentrated on that right now. I don't know if that's a great idea.
He likes me. I can go ask him. It's okay.
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 And then
does he actually like him? Do we like? Does it? Is it
he's
him
gone.
just being?
He's running up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
You see, like almost this scene unfold as he like bangs on the door to this room that Nigel is in, and you see no insight check required. Nigel's shoulders just go, and he goes and opens the door, and he says, and there's a bit of conversation back and forth, and then you hear, "Go watch the store," and he runs back down, and this fellow says, "I think he's trying to find a way to make that armor be sneaky."
Okay, that could be useful.
He was not super happy about me talking to him.
Yeah.
But he does like me. I'm his favorite.
I believe you. I believe you. Are there any other items around that we could maybe look at?
Yeah. And he kind of takes you around, and you see a few wands that are up against the wall. He says, "That one there, I think it shoots like balls of force out of it." And Calvio, you would realize that's a wand of magic missile. He's like going around some more. He shows you this necklace with 3 beads hanging from it. That each of them are like orange swirling, and you could, if you look closely at it, it seems like they're swirling. There's this swirling within the beads. And he says, that makes a lot of fire. He told me not to touch that one.
Yeah, I can. Fire bad.
Fire's bad. I have some fun ones.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. And he says, he like motions you to follow him, and he takes you back over to the counter. And he says, I made these. And he puts this little box forward. And he kind of, he's like, watch this. And he opens it and takes like this little round white ball. And then immediately just throws it onto the ground. And there's this loud just sound that happens. I call them boom rocks.
Boom rocks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah? Does it use the rock every time, or can you reuse it?
The rock is gone that you see. And with that loud sound, you guys notice that Nigel just jumped out of his skin. He's currently just glaring at the clerk that you're speaking to.
Marsica's just like trying to hide her amusement, but she's very amused.
It's pretty amusing. Do you have any, like, bags, bows, other jewelry?
Bags. I've got a bag. And then he pulls out this this satchel that on it seems to have a nice looking face with the top of the mouth is the lid that opens up. And he says,
okay.
It's a frog purse.
It's a what?
Frog purse.
A frog purse? No.
Huh.
He says, you open it up. I know it looks like it doesn't hold a lot, but you can put a bunch of stuff in it. Holds a lot of things. This is a bestseller here at the Impatient Pupil. A lot of students like to keep a bunch of books in it.
I bet. Do you know about how much it can hold?
Let me look. And then now let me make a roll for him to see if he knows about it. And in an about of surprise knowledge, he says, I think it can hold like 500 pounds of stuff. Oh. And it's like, it can't exceed like, and he kind of like, he runs out onto the floor and starts tracing how much space is in it. And you know it's about 60 cubic feet as he just runs a good length of the store.
Okay.
Cool.
How much are those?
I don't remember. Nigel! And the person jumps again and is like, ugh. And he says, he looks down at the clerk and he goes, and he says, oh yeah, 5,000 gold. We have a smaller one if you're interested.
5,000 gold.
5,000 gold.
I'm pretty sure you counted an extra 0.
No, 5,000.
I'm pretty sure you counted an extra 0.
No, he did. He showed 5,000.
Let me go ask.
No. He showed 2 zeros.
I have to be sure on this. I have to ask, because if I get this wrong and I give it to you for 500 gold, I'm not going to have a job.
Oh, that's kind of bad. I don't. Yeah, okay. Calvio's not that much of a dick today. Okay.
Says, he kind of like puts it back under.
How much is the smaller one?
The smaller one holds that one holds, and he goes and looks at it, and he's like watching a little card, and says, this one holds 250 pounds, and then he goes out and he says it's about half as much, and he says this one is 2,000.
2,000.
Hang on. So you said the students at the academy buy these all the time?
Yeah.
Like enough to make it a bestseller?
Yeah.
How do they afford it?
5,000 gold.
They're rich families. I couldn't get in. My pa couldn't afford it. I'm trying to save up to get a semester to see if I like it.
How much is a semester?
I don't know. I just know I can't do it.
But
I believe that.
Okay.
This kid is very scatterbrained.
What do you have that doesn't have so many zeros in the price tag?
Well, if you want the big items, they're very expensive.
Yep, I'm realizing this.
So, and he goes and looks around. We can generally, we do weapons on commission from some of the higher ups in the guards. The
Fair.
commission, it usually takes for, for the equivalent of like a +1 weapon, it's usually about 1,500 gold.
Great. Let's stick around like 2,000 gold and under, huh?
Okay. So I have there's a cool cloak over here, and he goes and takes you over. Immediately David's like, cloak? So looking through, he says, this is kind of a tester, I think. And basically he explains to you that this cloak is it costs about 800 gold, and the magic isn't set into it, so basically 3 times per day you could get advantage on a saving throw that's related to magic.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
We have a bunch of health potions and a bunch of other potions that are a lot cheaper.
Marsica's gonna ask, do you have anything archery related? Do you have any like magic arrows or like a quiver?
So, we're looking for something that's archery related. And then he goes and he shows you a picture. He pulls out this picture from behind the counter, and it looks like one of the most magnificent arrows you've ever seen. At the end of it is almost like an arrow point that is he has like a few different versions with different colors, but like one of them is like if flame turned into an arrow point, if one of them if lightning turned into an arrow point, or if another one like a horn of a creature turned into an arrow point. And he says Nigel's interested in either finding stuff like this or learning how to make it.
Huh.
I'm not sure if I understand it, but basically, if you fight a monster that has a lot of magic in it. You can take a part of it and bring it back, and he can turn it into an arrow so that that arrow does more damage against that monster again.
Interesting.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm assuming
called
it's
arrows of slaying.
Arrows of slaying.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm assuming they're like a normal arrow outside of that, like one and done type of thing.
One and done. As far if you don't use it up against the right creature, then it acts as a normal arrow, but the magic is expended once you loose it from your bow.
Huh.
Rather, once it hits its target.
So, no bottomless quivers or anything, huh?
No bottomless quivers. You could commission one made. It might be pretty expensive.
Well, how much are we talking about?
Bottomless quiver. And he goes up. You mind if I go ask?
Sure.
Yeah,
do you mind if I look around the spell scrolls while you go ask?
Please, go for it.
Okay.
So he goes and asks. You're heading over to go look at the spell scrolls?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, of course. Looking through the spell scrolls, you see like a bunch of first level spells, such as like identify, detect magic, and a lot of them they kind of steer away from the evocation side of things.
Interesting. Okay.
Because they don't want a whole lot of damage within the city.
Fair enough.
There are a few, like magic missile is of course there. One first level one that might interest you that they have is Unseen Servant.
Ah, yes, that would be interesting.
Yeah. And then the second level spell, there would be Magic Mouth, Locate Object, Invisibility, Hold Person, Misty Step, and a few others. Not that one. Like Spider Climb and Skywrite.
Okay.
For third level, you see Blink, Catnap, Counterspell, Fast Friends, and Fly. There would also be Haste and Magic Circle. And then there's a few others for like fourth level.
I can't cast fourth level.
They go up to like about fifth level spells.
Oh shit! Okay.
And so for just so you know, you can use like a fourth level spell scroll or a fifth level spell scroll, but you have to make an Arcana check to do so.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Are there like prices listed by any of these?
Yeah, so they seem to go up. It's usually about 70 gold per. Oh wait, no, because that's the half. It would be about 120 gold per level of spell.
Okay.
So
I'm definitely taking a counter spell.
480. You're taking
I'm definitely taking a counter spell.
Okay.
What are the fourth level ones?
The fourth level
Just to make
ones...
you keep talking.
Going through this. Dimension Door.
Okay.
Would be one. Fire Shield would be one of the evocations that they have. They would have Locate Creature, Polymorph, and Summon Construct.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I think I'll just stick with Counterspell for right now.
Okay. Cool. Is Marsica interested in doing anything else here?
Well, did I ever find out how much the quiver would cost?
Oh yeah, he comes back down. And then I forgot to look that up. So he says if you want it, if you want it within like a month, it would be a total of 2,000 gold with 1,000 upfront for the cost.
Oh. Really?
And
That's actually doable.
It wouldn't just be a quiver of endless arrows. You would have it would be because that's to get endless arrows, that's an entirely different enchantment. It's basically you can hold like hundreds of arrows in here, and then there's also a few other pockets that are that you can house a bunch of, so it acts as like a mini bag of holding where you can carry like maybe 50 pounds in each of these packets.
Interesting.
But if she wanted a quiver that she never would have to buy arrows again.
Right.
Never have to buy arrows again. It would probably be they'd count as it would then count as a magical weapon, so then it would be like 3,000 gold with 1,500 down.
Still not bad.
Not bad. I don't have the 3,000. I'm at 2,000 right now. I could do the 1,500 down payment, but the question would be, would I have the rest of the money by the time it's ready?
We can figure that out.
Yara has a lot of money too.
Okay. Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You guys could probably just buy that bag of holding for one of you guys to hold on, put all of your shit into.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I don't
I
want
also
to spend
have
5,000 fucking gold on a
Yeah,
bag
we would
of
have to
holding.
pool our money for that thing. It would
Has
only
anybody
be for
been to
bag.
the Orialis Bank of Gold yet?
Oh my god. And it's back.
That one's for Michael.
Marsica, yeah, getting back to it, I guess she would just look at him and be like, you know what? I think it's worth it. I would like to do that. I'd like to commission the, like, never-ending arrows quiver. The magical weapon version, I guess.
If you would like it done within a month, then that's how long it'll take. If you, for every week that you want it done faster, it's an extra 150 gold.
That's not too much extra.
Okay, so it's 3,000 gold total.
Total. For every
Right.
week, it's like a surcharge of, actually it would be, how busy is this guy right now? Roll percentile die.
So it'd be 1,500 down. I mean, how fast would we want to get it done within a week?
He is incredibly busy right now. So it would probably be like, for every extra week, it'd probably be closer to 200 gold. Done.
So then, if you wanted it done in a week, it'd be an extra 600 gold on top of the price.
But on top of that, so, okay, if we think
So
about this...
3,600 total.
Okay, and it would probably be down payment, half of that.
So you'd have to come up with 1,800 gold
in
a
like
week.
a week. I don't have that.
But I mean, with all of us, we have that.
With all of us, but then I'm taking money from you guys too, which prevents you guys from getting magical items.
Also have a fuck ton of gems that I need to sell.
Fair enough.
Like, I have almost enough to cover the other half in cash on me, not counting the gems.
Maybe this is something that I consider and talk to the rest of the group about before just making the decision, because it would be asking for help from everybody.
And he'd say, of course, it's a big decision, a lot of money to be had here. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
Do it. What are you doing? Just do it.
Just do it? Okay, fine.
Do it.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're getting me the super fancy magic quiver.
Okay, so just to be clear, if you just want a quiver with endless arrows, that's what it is. No extra compartments or anything like that.
Correct.
Right?
That's what I want. So I never have to buy arrows again.
Okay. So, just so we're on the same page. So if you want it done in a week, that is 1,800 down now.
Okay. I give them the 1,800 down now.
All right, go ahead and mark that off.
That's a lot of money. Okay.
And he says that, and then Nigel, who's currently working, kind of looks up, and then he kind of comes down. You say he's a little bit older, but not like super old. Noticing that the sale actually did go through, he exits out of the door, comes down the stairs, a few white streaks in his red hair, and he says, "No, is there anything cosmetic you want done with it?"
Ooh! Ooh!
And with the traveling to the impatient pupil and the shopping, we're nearing. Duenna is nearing the end of her time with Kakira and Xarrikir, so you guys know.
Okay, I go.
You could tell me later, but
I'll tell you later.
Yes.
I'll find something during the session that I'm gonna be like, I want it to look like this.
Okay, sounds good.
That's pretty.
So if I explain to him, go ahead. Sorry.
Type, but are you not a member of the academy?
Who, me?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
But bookish type, yes. Did you say something? I'm sorry, I must have missed it.
I said why not. He said why not.
Well, I'm from Andorra, and this is my first time in the city.
Oh, tourists. Wow.
Sort of. More business than pleasure.
Hopefully you have some time for the pleasure as well.
I hope so.
Traveler's Rest gets kind of a bad rap, but it is quite peaceful.
Okay.
And then
I'll have to check it out.
Unless you have any other questions for him, he's gonna kind of like mosey on back up the stairs and go back towards the stuff.
He can do that.
Okay.
If I explain to the shopkeeper that's down here, the funny one, the grumpy dagger, but without the grumpy part of the dagger.
Remind me what the grumpy dagger did, because that was
basically
over a year ago at this point.
No, basically, if I could throw it and I could use a bonus action to have it come back to me.
Oh, something like that. If it's no bonus in the attack and just allowing the thrown property and the bring back, something like that would be about 1,000 gold for the time after a month.
New question. What about a dagger that I threw and then I could teleport to where the dagger is?
That increases the price quite a bit.
Sure.
So you teleporting where the dagger is.
Yeah.
See, now you're getting me to think, how does magic work? How would an item do that in a fantasy setting?
So basically I would say it's Misty Step but dagger.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I would go to the dagger.
It would probably have a number of charges per day.
Oh, sure,
something like that, and then regain a certain number of charges at dawn.
That's fair. Yeah, cool.
So that would bump up the cost probably to do something like that. It would probably bump up the cost to at least 2,500, if not 3,000, to teleport to something because you'd be able to teleport as far as you can throw the thing.
How far does Misty Step work?
60 feet.
30 feet.
So, would it work if someone was just to hold it into the city and you can message them to drop it and they drop it and you get teleported like across the map to the dagger?
No.
I'm not trying to break the game. I just want Misty Step and a dagger.
Yeah, let me think on that. If you want, I'll have to do some digging to see, but that's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would that would probably be a question for Nigel when he was down there.
Shit.
And, because the shopkeeper would have no fucking idea. He'd have to go ask him.
Ask him tonight. We'll come back tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. I'll ask him. I'll try not to bug him too much.
But I do want this counterspell scroll.
Oh, yes. That is... And he goes and, looks at a sheet, and he says 120 gold. Oh, wait, no. Counterspell is, what, 3rd level?
No, it's 1st level.
No, it's 3rd level. David? 360 gold.
I think it's a cantrip.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a cantrip.
I would shoot my foot.
You said 360?
I would give it to all of my spellcasting NPCs.
You said 360?
360, yes.
Okay. Remove. Thanks. Oh, how the fuck do I add things now? Or does anybody else have anything they want to do?
Did any of those wands or that necklace interest you at all?
What was the necklace?
Make me an
That was the fire.
That was the fire thing.
What exactly does it do?
The shopkeeper does not explain it well. I'll need you to make me an Arcana check to see if you can decipher it.
Fucking gnomes. I don't say that out loud. I do not say that out loud. Oh, that's pretty good. You said Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
25.
That is a necklace of fireballs with 3 on it.
Fireball.
After those 3 are used, it's done.
Oh.
Yeah, but
that's sad.
It's 3 free fireballs.
How much is the necklace?
He says, you need approval from... This is one of our dangerous things, so you need to have approval from the guard from it, but we can get that super easy. But the cost of this is 700 gold.
Oh. I'll think about it. Maybe tomorrow. We'll chat.
And he kind of leans in and says, they've been up there for a while.
Well, it is a necklace of fireball.
Oh, it's the big boom.
Big boom. Bigger than your little rocks.
Oh, maybe I can make my rocks bigger booms. Oh, I gotta try that.
You should. How do you make the rocks?
So I get little rocks. I like shave them down, like sculpt them a little bit, take some time, and then and he shows he pulls out this like small crystal. He says, "I've been watching Nigel a little bit. I think I kind of saw I messed up something I was trying to do, and I found out that the rocks went boom because I got frustrated and threw it on the ground. So then I was like, oh, I just do the same thing I did. Make
interesting.
Rocks.
What kind of rocks are they? Or
Boom
crystals,
rocks.
rather? Crystals. What kind of crystals are they?
The crystal here, and he's looking at it. You see that that it's the equivalent of an arcane focus. His looks like an amethyst, and he's basically channeling his magic through this arcane focus.
And that's what you throw in it.
I don't throw this. This is my special crystal. I throw the rocks and they go boom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, try to make them bigger. When you figure that out, let me know.
I will.
What were the other ones? We only talked about the magic missile one. Is there like another interesting one?
Let me take a look. That guy here. Oh god.
You put a wizard in a magic store, so
yeah. So you would know that the potions that they have all sorts of healing potions here as well. And then wait, no, they wouldn't have healing potions here. That would be in tantalizing tinctures.
That's the other one, thanks.
Yes. Tantalizing tinctures would have all the potions and stuff. And he would tell you that. He has a rod. It's like this small rod that's called Rod of Alertness. And while you're holding it, you can what was I gonna say? You have a +2 to initiative. And once per day, you can cast detect magic, detect evil and good.
Oh, cool.
And then there would be another wand there, and he says, this one's my favorite.
Yeah?
It's great.
What color is it?
It is a it looks like a U wand, and at the end of it, it looks like almost like sparkles of some kind have been plastered onto the end of this wand.
Calvio looks at it, looks at him. This wand isn't gray.
It's not gray?
You said it was gray.
It was great.
Yeah, gray. It's not gray.
You want to see it do its thing or not?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And he kind of waves it at you. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, he does this at me? Son of a bitch.
Deserved it.
Ha! 22.
So he you get this sensation of your mouth muscles begin to curl into a smile, and immediately you're like, what is this? And it goes away, and he's like, oh, it didn't work.
I thought you said it was cool.
It was cool. Here,
let me see it.
Here, it hands it to you. Try it on me.
And I do the thing on him.
You wave it at him, and he immediately. Oh yeah, that's a natural one. And you watch as his face just contorts into the biggest smile you think this guy could ever do. It's so much fun.
Yeah. How long does that last?
For a while.
Do you do this often?
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, Marsica, do you want to try it?
Yeah!
I do the thing at Marsica.
Marsica, make me a charisma saving throw. You can choose to fail if you would like.
No. We're gonna let the dice choose. We're letting the dice choose. My charisma's not great. My charisma's okay. It's aight. That's a 13.
13 is a failure.
Uh-huh.
You watch as it goes. Is your smile? You guys watch Marsica now. Just her smile just extends into this ear-splitting smile, and it almost like starts to your facial muscles start to cramp. Like, oh god, this is uncomfortable.
Calvio would like turn to Sige and be like, and Siga's gonna be like,
Marsica's gonna be like, come on, try it.
No.
But about 5 or so minutes pass, and the effect begins to fade, and he says, "It's a wand of smiles."
It's a wand of smiles.
Interesting.
I love it.
And how much is this one?
100 gold.
So has an Aarakocra come in here and had this used on them before?
I haven't seen many of those. I haven't seen it.
I'm just curious if you know what would happen if you used it on someone with a beak.
The beak.
They'd probably smile or their beak would open. I don't know.
Huh. Okay. I hand him 10 platinum and take the thing.
He's like holding the platinum. He's like, "Oh, thanks." And then he puts it. He's like, "Do you think I should put a jar out for like my college fund?"
Yes, you should do that.
Okay, I'll make sure it's okay with Nigel. I'll see that.
Probably a good idea.
So, and with this, we'll flash back over. Oh my god!
I have a wand of smiles, guys. This is incredible.
You've
I can't wait to use this.
already used it.
Someone
I
in
wonder
chat
what the
just
wand of
said,
smiles
"I need a
would look
jar
like
for
on
my
Kakira."
college fund."
No. I don't like it.
So, we'll pan back over to Xarrikir and Kakira, who are finishing up with their inspection with Duana Morless. And looking about, she has you try one more awful tincture, Xarrikir. Oh, there's Michael. And with that, at the end of that, you take this awful tincture and it tastes terrible. But for a moment, you begin to feel a little better. And then she says, "Now how does that feel?"
A little bit better.
Good. Not like the others.
No, not like the others.
I think we're onto something. I'll make a note of that, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Kakira. I don't know if Patrick can hear me now. Oh, as soon as he goes away, that's hilarious. Tell Alenthi I said hello if you're going to see her.
All right.
So, thank you both. I'll see you here tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you guys head back out and eventually meet up. Are you meeting up at the Gilded Goblet at the tavern? Or are you going somewhere else in particular?
You can meet at the Goblet. It's fine.
Yeah, that'll work.
Cool.
Calvio immediately goes to Kira and says, Kakira, I got a thing.
Oh no.
I hold out a wand.
Uh-huh.
It's
I
sparkly.
like the smile.
See the sparkles?
What does it do, Calvio?
I immediately go like, whoosh, 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 at Kakira.
Okay, Kira, go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw.
14?
14 is the DC.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you begin to feel whatever an Aarakocra feels when they smile, and then you're like, what the? And no. This isn't funny.
And
Calvio just
she'll
like-
just kind of like glare at Calvio.
Calvio looks at it for a second, flicks it a little bit. It's supposed to work. And then he like tries it again.
No effect.
Kira, while she's glaring, says, I hope that was worth the money.
Yes, it will be.
It will be.
I don't
It sounds
like that.
a threat.
It will be.
Calvio puts it back in his bag grumpily.
Oh my god. Yep. Go ahead and add Wanda Smiles to your inventory.
I just can't help but picture you casting that on like that giant thing that we fought in the sewers.
Do you want to go to the tinctures place, Kakira? Or is there somewhere else you want to go?
I was not here when all of the things in
Tincturizing
Orialis
Tinctures
were...
is a store that has a bunch of potions and things.
Oh. Do they also have like potion ingredients? I assume they would.
Morgana's Regents would have potion ingredients, which is nearby the tantalizing tinctures.
Okay. Yeah, I would give that a look. Oh, I don't have any troll's blood. Dang it.
So, which direction are you guys heading?
We
To the
I'm curious what's at the Regents, if everybody's okay with
the
that.
reagents?
Yeah.
I mean,
Seems
yeah.
like Calvio's already had his fun.
we both had fun, but yeah, he definitely got the fun item, so to say.
What does it do?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's fine. It doesn't do anything.
I don't believe you. He already tried it on me once.
It really doesn't. He tried it on me too. It was fine.
Marsica paid for a cool item that she's gonna get in a week.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna need some help paying for the other half of it. Ignored completely.
No
much
response
do you
from
need?
anybody.
Well, it's gonna be another 1,800 gold, and I only have 200.
So you need 1,600 gold.
Yeah.
Well, let's not rely on friends yet. We still have 7 days.
We do still have 7 days.
I'm sure we could find something in 7 days
Oh yeah, sure.
amongst the things that we have to do.
Yeah.
And there's 3 days minus today that we have to chill for Xarrikir and Fang. So I'm pretty sure we can figure some things out.
Right.
All right. So you guys are making your way over to Morgane's Regents. Okay. Correct?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys walk through, heading back through Wrights Boulevard, and as you approach, it's almost it's in this back corner, hugged up against the wall that encompasses this city. And approaching this It almost looks like this witch's hut. On the outside, there's all sorts of plants and bushes and overgrowth. But walking into it, you open the door and there's the little ding-ding-ding with the bell opening. And it just smells like the epitome of a fragrance shop. You know?
Amazing.
Ooh.
It is incredibly aromatic in here.
Ooh.
But making your way through, and there's like a faint mist walking through, and you have to kind of push around a few like hanging plants. But behind a counter is a Goliath woman that is sitting behind it, like this long, like almost dreadlock hair. And as you kind of make yourselves known, she opens her eyes and peers over her fist that she's leaning up against. It says, "What can Morgaine do for you?"
Do you have any supplies for healing potions on hand?
Yes. What do you need exactly?
Do you have troll's blood on hand by chance?
Troll's blood.
I know it's quite hard to get.
I have a small vial.
How much?
20 gold.
Sounds good to me. And do you have the rest of the herbs as well to craft up some healing potions?
Yes, if you wish the rest of the herbs, that will be an additional 20 gold for all of them.
You should ask how much the healing potion is first.
Probably more than that, because I can make multiple healing potions.
Oh, that's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna let Patrick do his thing then. I'll shut up. I was like, God, I feel like that's more than one potion, but you make like a bunch. Okay. Enjoy your reagenting.
And I think this is not in character. I think I have everything I need to mix the chimera poison to make something. I believe.
So, if you want to just apply it, you need some sort of like application or a solvent that allows it to spread better onto a weapon.
So that's different than, is that not the stabilizing agent?
No, it's not a stabilizing agent. A stabilizing agent is different than a solvent.
Okay.
Just mix the chimera's blood with the health potion.
Oh God, no! Don't do that, please. And basically, you would know with the since you're proficient in herbalist kit, it's the stuff that she's giving you to make this healing potion. It is definitely enough to make one, and if you roll really well on the herbalism check, you could make 2, maybe even 3 if it's really high.
Okay. So that's good for the healing potion. No, I'm happy with the healing potion deal.
Okay. And then with the chimera, if you need a solvent, you're probably looking at it's probably an easy probably like 10 gold for a solvent. But it's also an herbalism check to create it.
Right. Yeah, we can do that. I think that'll be good. And Kakira will pull out those scorpion stingers she got from the labyrinth.
Yep.
Or the silent laboratory. She'll pull out the scorpion stingers and be like, "Is there anything I can do with these?"
She kind of looks at it like a little taken aback that this giant scorpion stinger.
And there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them. They're just like hanging out in your backpack, and you're just like, oh, get it around all of my other surviving supplies. And she's looking at this, and she says, well, any poison in there is likely dried out by now. I could try and scoop whatever residue there is. And she thinks for a moment. You may be able to give somebody a sort of sickness if you put the residue in some sort of poison.
How much would you give me for these? Just curious.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
Can I help?
What do you say?
I would say they were really big, really mean scorpions. Very poisonous. Watch them kill these other weird things in one sting. They were hard to get. I'd rather fight a troll.
Go ahead and roll with advantage, Patrick.
Okay. Try that again. All right. Well, that didn't go great.
Damn it.
I got a 12.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at them, she says, "We'll give you 15 gold for the 3."
That's not bad. Yeah, I'll take that deal. So 20 gold pieces of herbs, 20 gold pieces for troll's blood, 10 gold pieces for the solvent.
So that's a total of 50 gold spending, and then she said she'd give you 15 for the 3. So that's 35 you need to spend.
I'm happy with that. I don't think I need anything else.
Dungeons and Dragons is just fun with math.
I'm good with that.
All right. Are you interested in any other regions or anything? Is Xarrikir or Heaven or Marsica or Calvio interested in anything in the Regent store?
Sige would probably be checking it out, looking at some things.
Okay.
I don't think Marsica would be for this one. I think Marsica's just like, it smells good in here.
Yeah. What else do you got, Kakira?
Sorry, I'm just adding the
Fine. David, if you want to text Courtney and ask if Sige would want anything from a Regent store. But, yeah.
Do they have any fancy teas here?
Oh, most definitely. Morgaine would definitely have fancy teas.
Sige would walk up and say, "What is your favorite tea that you sell?"
Oh, well, I have a pot of Ezra leaf, if you wish to try.
How much is that?
Depends on how much you want. For enough to last you every morning for a week. First time customer buying tea will say 5 silver.
Oh, 5 silver? Oh, shit. Yeah, Sige will buy that.
Okay.
Spending her money, but it's fine. It's 5
leaf.
silver. Ezra leaf?
Ezra leaf tea. EZRAL. And Morgaine would say, it's excellent for relaxing and calming down and getting to sleep. And she says, that smell here, that slightly musty but also slightly sweet, she says, I like to burn some of it. It helps put relaxation in the atmosphere.
Good for relaxing and going to sleep.
Shane, you've got like a puzzled look on your face.
And you said there was enough every morning for a week?
There's enough for 5 silver. It's enough for a week in the mornings.
Okay, then I'll just put 7
I can't hear you, Shane.
bags in her inventory. Okay.
Yeah, I said my character has no idea what's going on with all this herbal stuff.
Fair enough.
And then Courtney, I bought a calming sleepy tea for you.
But we all would need a calming sleepy tea for this point in the
Things that
story.
I need in real life.
Real life.
I have a bunch of calming sleepy teas in real life.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
feel free to come back to Colorado and give me some.
No, it's your
Yes.
turn.
Yeah, I know.
Falls
It
in
is
your
our
court.
We all need to go visit.
Yeah, we do.
Just all jump into your cars and road trip out here as a group. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Courtney wants to know if they have a calming focus tea.
Oh yeah, there'd be another one for that.
Okay. She says she wants one of those too.
It'd probably be Ralston tea or something like that.
Earl Grey.
Earl
Grey. Ralston tea, you said?
Yeah.
I have Earl Grey. It's real good.
I have Earl Grey too. Things that don't help me sleep.
And she leans in and she says, and it's also 5 silver for a week. She says,
Okay.
if you're particularly interested, I got my hands on some Dreamleaf.
Oh?
Yes.
Does that mean anything to Sige?
Sige, yes. Marsica, yes. Since Sige grew up with elves. Basically, Dreamleaf has a couple of interesting properties. Go to my flora and fauna page. Basically, like if eaten raw, it can not be good, and you basically get really tired really fast, basically equating to getting a level of exhaustion.
Gross.
But if brewed into a tea or turned into a potion, brewed into a tea, it gives you advantage on perception checks for an hour, and if you fall asleep with it, it gives you extremely vivid dreams.
Wow.
If you brew it into a potion, then it gives you true sight for out to 15 feet for an hour.
Well, that's kind of badass. Sige would lean in, and with like a super, super low rumbly voice, she would say, how much of it do you have?
I have some for me, but
That's fair.
some to sell. I have enough for 2 servings.
Care to split it?
Do you want 1 serving or 2?
Oh, 2 servings to sell?
To sell. She has 2 servings.
Oh, how much are they?
It's effectively 20 gold per serving.
That's a lot of
Okay, we're
money.
spending 5 silver for money. Hang on. Somebody else do something while I text
Yeah.
Courtney.
Effectively, Marsica, you would know Dreamleaf is basically a drug that elves use. It's also addictive.
I think I have it written down somewhere too from last
we've
year.
Definitely talked about it before.
Yeah.
If you have
Oh,
too
we
much of
needed it
you're
for
gonna
something.
That's no, or did we run into it?
I think we needed it to do something, or to like make something.
Anyway, I would, yeah, I would basically just say that like this. What this is.
Yeah, this is what this is.
He said 1 serving, so we'll buy 1.
Okay, so 20 gold for that. So Sige now has a serving of Dreamleaf. Remember not to just ingest it. It needs to be brewed into a tea or brewed into a potion.
I'll just say not to be ingested raw, brewed into a tea or potion. Got it.
Either way, like if no matter how you ingest it, if you fall asleep with it still in your system, you have incredibly vivid dreams.
What does it do in tea form?
Tea form gives you advantage on perception checks for an hour, and then if you brew it into a potion, it gives you true sight for an hour. Oh, you also have the ability to perfectly recall any path you have traveled within that hour. Love shopping sessions.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I write all this down for Courtney because she's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm not being sarcastic. I actually enjoy shopping sessions.
Go shopping.
Yeah. So, are you guys done in Morgaine's Regents?
I think so.
Okay. Making
Kakira
your
is
way over
definitely
to
happy.
Tantalizing Tinctures. Do you want to go see what the potions that they have are, or how does Xarrikir feel? What does Xarrikir want to do?
Xarrikir would probably want to see if he can get better armor.
Okay. So, yeah, you could probably find an armory in Craftsman's Row or in Canuck's Run. Where did I have my blacksmith?
I'm smacking things.
I bet.
I do what I want.
But you want to make your way to a blacksmith?
Yeah.
All right. So, making your way before you guys leave Wrights Boulevard. Does anybody want to go to Tantalizing Tinctures before going to the blacksmith?
Do we have time for both, or does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. We can go to the blacksmith first and then come back to Tantalizing.
Yeah, let's just go to the blacksmith. It's all good.
So you make your way over, and you find a sign that says Laronis's Forge.
All right.
And walking in, you see a kind of a shorter human. It seems to be a huge beard, and he is just hammering away at an anvil right now. And coming in, he doesn't even notice you guys at first.
Is there anything that we can ring or anything like that to show that we're here?
There is. It's very hot. Not necessarily a ring. You could yell at him.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't hear the door. What can I do for you?
Just looking to find some better armor.
Oh, you've come to the right place. What are you looking for? What kind of armor?
Anything better than scale mail?
Anything better than scale mail? Currently,
that's in the medium variety.
Yeah.
Because I can't quite wear heavy armor yet.
Yeah, he does have a set of half plate.
How much would that be?
One. That'd be 800 gold for the set of half plate.
I have like 600 and something gold. One second.
Are you sure you don't want to wait for whatever they're making in the magic store?
I have.
Xarrikir would actually know about that.
Yeah,
but...
I want it.
You guys could tell him. Like, hey.
Can we have told you that on the way over here?
Yeah, that's totally possible.
Yeah, but I don't have a whole lot of gold either.
That's fair. But we have lots of time in town, you know.
Yeah.
The three of us, and I would gesture to Marsica and Sige. We can find some money making opportunities, I'm sure.
All right.
Because she needs money. I'll probably need money after tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest.
So
I'll
if I
probably
were
need
to
money.
get
Calvio will do
the
anything
half
for some
plate,
gold.
how much would that buff my AC?
It would increase your AC by 1.
So okay.
Yeah.
Because I do have my scale mail has a +1 on it, so scale mail +1. So that'd be at the same.
Oh, if you have +1 scale mail, it's the same.
Yeah.
It wouldn't do much
Okay.
for you. It's not magical. It's 15
Okay.
plus Dex. So, you're attuned to the scale mail. Do you have another item that gives you +1 to AC? You got the ring, right?
Yeah, I got the bracers of protection.
The bracers of protection. So
Yeah.
those are both items of attunement, and then you could go commission another item that is, or you can buy this now. Unattune have an attunement slot open and give your scale mail to somebody else that might want it, right? And then, and so your armor class stays the same, but it helps somebody else in the group. So that's something you can do to talk to somebody, be like, hey, would anybody want this armor?
Yeah.
You know,
You could also
Would
try
you
to
want that?
barter. You could also try to barter with the magic place with it. Take some of the cost off of what they have.
Okay.
Because it sounded like it was basically armor that got rid of the disadvantage
Of stealth.
that we don't know. For stealth, yeah. But we don't know. We didn't find out for sure. So you could try to sell that to them, take some of the cost off, and give them something else to sell too. Win-win.
Yeah, I want to wait till the armor that he's working on is done,
okay.
and the magic shop.
Since we're here, does he have any like fancy looking daggers around?
He has a couple of really nice ones. There's one with a black hilt with like a blue line twirling through it, and then it's kind of like a dirk where it's got a curved blade.
Is he willing to buy a light crossbow and daggers?
Yeah, of course. What are you gonna try and say? He says to you, like crossbow. He says the daggers. He'd probably give you 2 gold for each. Let me look. Oh yeah, he would probably only give you 1 gold for the daggers each.
But they're unused.
Still, they were on your person.
Okay.
What about a
crossbow?
What about a spear?
Spear.
Oh, you're still doing him. No, do him first.
Yeah.
Do him first.
Light crossbow.
Do they?
He would probably give you maybe 10 gold for the
Alright.
crossbow.
And with the 20 crossbow bolts?
With the 20 crossbow bolts, he'll throw in a 5 silver for you.
Alright.
Where's it at?
So, I'm looking at, like, how much gold?
He won't buy the spear from you. He says if you want to give it to him, he'll sell it for 1 gold. But with the light crossbow and the 20 bolts, it would be 10 gold and 5 silver.
Alright. With the daggers, so 11 gold and 5 silver.
Yeah. He would probably, it'd be like 11.5 gold is what he would give you for all of it.
Alright, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll just give him the spear because I don't want it on my person anymore.
Just gonna give him the spear?
Yeah.
He kind of grumbles and like slowly hands you 3 silver.
Thanks.
Is there any magic leather armor or like light armor?
There's no magic armor here. You'd basically have to buy it in this spot and take it over to the impatient pupil to get them to enchant it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Then I am.
How much is
currently
that
happy
nice
with
dagger? Oh God,
My
sorry,
light
the
armor.
lag is off.
Sorry, David.
To me, it doesn't sound like I'm talking over anyone, but then I hear it through and it just anyway. Sorry.
It's okay. What were you saying, Patrick?
I'm not a jerk, I promise.
I don't believe you.
How much is the nice dagger that he had with the blue stuff?
It's like 3 gold.
Okay. And it's like a nice dagger.
It's a nice dagger, yeah.
Okay, I'll give him the 3 gold for the nice dagger.
Okay.
Would I be able to find a better shield here?
Not statistics-wise, but probably one that's less beat up. Patrick, did you want to say something? Was that you were asking a question?
No, it's been answered.
It has? Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, so if you want to spend money to get a different shield, you can.
I'll still use mine.
It should be
Okay.
door shaped.
No good. Door shaped? Oh my god, no. Holy shit.
We're not doing that shit anymore.
No. Holy shit. So you guys are now heading over to Tantalizing Tinctures, right? Unless there's anything else you want to do at the blacksmith.
No, I'm good.
Marsica, want anything? Kevin's making a face.
No, I'm good.
All right. So
I think Marsica spent enough money in one day.
Enough money today. Yeah, that was a lot.
Marsica also spent money she doesn't have.
Yeah.
While we're walking, can Calvio look and see if there's any like job postings or anything around, just to kind of have in the back of his head?
Yeah. So asking around, you would know that the like each group, like if you're talking to the commoners here, there are the wizards and sorcerers of the Zofreus Academy, the clergy of the cathedral, and then the monks of the Arasil Monastery. And each of them might have different things for you guys to do. So nothing specific, no like central job board. Other than like, hey, you want to clean some streets and the sewers?
I don't know if it's worth if it's a good bit of gold. I can clean some streets and sewers.
It pays like 5 silver a day.
Yeah, fuck that. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Hey Marsica.
Yes.
While they go do potion things, do you want to see if we can line up a gig for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Things. Oh.
100% want to see if we can line up again.
Okay. And Sige will go with the potion group.
What?
All right. So Sige's going with... Is Xarrikir and Kakira heading to Tantalizing Tinctures? Did you guys want to do that?
I don't think I need anything from there.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I'll just go where the party goes.
I've
Go
got
with
some
the rest of the
goodies. I've already got
Okay.
lots of goodies.
So then I guess everyone's going to find money. Then great.
All right.
Yeah.
Never
Good.
mind.
We want money.
Where are you going to look?
Okay, so you said it was the Zolstris Academy.
No, that's Critical Role.
Oh, it's Critical Role. I'm so sorry. What was the academy called?
Freya's.
Zolfreus.
Yes.
Zolfreus Academy. Ugh. Too many D&D things. Zolfreus. And what were the other two? The guards and what?
There was the Arasil Monastery, which are the monks.
Okay.
The Cathedral of Saint Saya, which is the clergy, and then where I got the name for the guards. The guards would also have stuff for you guys to do.
Would Kakira know of the best course of action for us here?
Would Kakira know the best course of action for us here? I imagine maybe.
Sorry, I'm getting all sorts of notifications on my phone right now. So, the best course of action for trying to find a job?
Mike, could she give us the hookup anywhere? Because she used to be in the cathedral, right?
I mean, yeah. So Kakira you guys could go to the Cathedral of St. Saya. Kakira has all sorts of connections there. Would Kakira want to go there?
I mean, if we're trying to make money, and if actually, I don't know where Alinthi would be.
She spends her time in Traveler's Rest.
Okay. Yeah, so we could head up there.
Okay.
You sound so enthusiastic about
To
it.
the cathedral or Traveler's Rest?
They're right next to each other.
Okay, but which one are we going to first?
Well, if you want money, we should go to the cathedral.
Okay. Cathedral it is, I guess.
But how does Kakira feel about this stuff? Like, does Kakira feel one way or the other? You haven't been home in, like, years, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so I just rolled pretty low on my intelligence check. Just hearing we need to make money fast, let's go to the church, my character is going to say, we are not going to rob it, are we?
No.
No?
Because it sounds like you were like, we need money fast, let's go to the church. And I was like, we're not
No.
robbing it.
If we were gonna rob a place, it would probably be the magic store, since apparently people come and spend gobs
Yeah.
of gold there. But we're not doing
My
that
character
either.
doesn't know that.
We probably also wouldn't be talking about it in public.
Yeah.
There's a few people kind of, like, looking at you guys.
We're not robbing anything.
Alright. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
I'm glad we're on the same page here, Xarrikir.
Oh my god. So, you guys are making your way over to the Cathedral of St. Saya.
Yes.
So, walking through and heading that direction, Kakira, you heading in, you know the way, so I'm assuming you take the lead.
Yes.
Getting close, you see the massive building of the cathedral. Almost like you're coming home, and this magnificent, awe-inspiring building that is very blue and has the stained glass windows along all the sides. Usually depictions of the different primeval spirits and deities of Angulócë. You heading in, and one of the Zionists' attendants addresses you, and it's incredibly quiet in here and peaceful. In each of the alcoves, you see all of the good and neutral aligned deities. And in each bits of these alcoves, there are people who are praying or giving offerings of sorts. But this Zionist sees you, comes in. It's a small human boy, and saying, "What can I do for you? Welcome to the cathedral."
My group here is looking for work.
Yes. what kind of work do you wish to speak with? One of the priests.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right. So, taking you through, this child leads you through farther into the cathedral, past pews, and back through some of the offices, and let me see if I can find the name here.
I feel like I need to have all of my notes up right now.
Yeah, I've so many things I've like written down, and most of it was for like Andorra. And I was like, oh man, we're in a new spot. I gotta remember this. Okay, it's up there. As you're going through this doorway, it opens up to this priest in a long, flowing, multicolored robe behind a desk, and he stands with a healthy gray beard and is balding, though he has some hair along the back of his head. And he says, thank you, Jonas. You may leave us. You're looking for some sort of work? And he's squinting and looking around. Kakira, what is your passive perception?
16.
16? This fellow is eyeing you a lot.
What about my character?
Your character, he seems to be strangely okay with. You know, you're starting to notice, like, in Orialis, there's not as much of the prejudice of Pandora. So you see, you're beginning to realize this after a time.
All right.
But he is looking at Kakira very pointedly.
Does Marsica notice that?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Is there something we can help you with, or that I can help you with?
Have you forgotten your roots, so?
Sorry. The music's really loud.
Oh yeah, go ahead and turn the music down whenever you need, man.
What was that?
Have you forgotten your roots, so?
No, I don't think so.
What are you doing here, Kakira? Did you bring anything back for us? It's been quite some time.
I did. And she reaches into her bag. Well, I have to scroll through and find it. And she pulls out a gyroscope. And was that it? Was that all we got? Man, that was like the first session.
It was literally the first session was that gyroscope, man. With like a sundial, I think, was there too.
Yeah. So she pulls out the gyroscope and hands it to him.
He takes it, and you would know that especially the older among the scientists are huge proponents of propriety. So they expect all of the honorifics and like all the respect and everything. But you kind of getting the impression that he knows he's trying his best not to expect it too much from you. But this fellow, you would recognize him as oh man, I thought I had the name. Father Izor. He's fairly high up. He is not quite a chronicler, but he is a historian, and he catalogs things, different artifacts and stuff. So, but this artifact that you hand him, he's like looking through it, and he's like, "This is amazing. What does it do? Have you figured it out?"
I'm assuming it's like our toy, like the toys we can get. You spin the middle bit, and it will like spin on the desk and like not fall over for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to be figuring it out at the moment because he hasn't seen something like this in a bit. He's definitely overthinking it.
So Kakira will take it and spin that middle section and then hold it in her hand, and it'll kind of just like spin in place but not fall over for a really long time.
Oh my lord. What a marvel. I haven't seen a top like this in some time.
I found it in an old tomb. I think it was an Wonderous tomb, I believe.
Interesting.
It was quite a while ago. my memory's a little bit fuzzy.
Found in that tomb. The Wonderous are quite the tantalizing group.
Yeah. I'm trying to read back to my notes. I think, David, back me up on this. There was an Wonderous spirit that we talked to.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Man, most of my notes are from after that, which is not helpful. But I believe there was an Wonderous spirit that we chatted with, who allowed us into his tomb, and allowed us to collect the artifacts that were left there.
Do you remember what the artifacts were?
There was a gyroscope.
There was a ring.
Oh yeah, I have a ring.
There was a ring.
Is that what that damn ring is? That I've had that I keep forgetting to ask about?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a ring.
There was a ring that has a symbol on it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just have ring.
Yeah, it's a ring with an engraving and a symbol.
I must have rolled poorly the last time I wrote. Is Kakira asking me about the ring?
Would Kakira have remembered all of the stuff in that tomb? Is that a fair thing to
that's
say?
something that you were really invested in.
So she would look at Calvio and say, "That ring we got at the tomb as well. Do you still have it?"
Calvio kind of goes like wide-eyed for a second, like, "Oh fuck," and like starts like digging through his pack, like full hand in, like looking at the bottom, trying to get this thing, like when there's a loose piece of paper in your backpack, and it's just like in the bottom, kind of like looking for it like that, and then pulls out and like
that.
Sure. Here.
I guess Kakira will take it and then hand it to Father. What is it? Izor? Is that what it was?
Yep. You would see, as you, Kakira, your passive perception was what, 16 or 17, right?
16.
16. So with that, as you're taking this, you also look at this ring. You see that the symbol is that of the Wonderous, which was, if I remember correctly, it was the open book with a sword crossed with a staff.
Yeah, the thing that's on my back.
Yeah, the thing that's on Calvio's back. You also see an inscription on the outside in the Old Tongue, which you now can speak Old Tongue.
Yeah.
Dope.
It would say on it, High Protector Jurania. Hey, again, what was her name again? Juriana.
And
Well, that's cool.
can Father Ezor read it, or is that?
He cannot currently. He's
Oh.
just kind of like a collector and a chronicler. He's not incredibly intelligent.
What was that? Protector.
Juriana.
Okay.
Calvio, make me a history check.
Okay. 19.
That name sounds extremely familiar for some reason.
What name was it?
Juriana.
Oh wait, hang on. Notes.
Today is the
Okay,
shopping.
I wrote that. I wrote the name Juriana after impatient pupil for magic items in my notes, but that's all I fucking wrote was Juriana.
Wait, like the doctor that we were.
Like the last session that we had, we heard that name, and I wrote that name down.
Is that not the doctor that we were with?
No, the person you went to speak with was Duenna.
Oh, okay. They both begin with D. Close enough.
No,
Okay.
Juriana starts with a J. Jurianna.
Impatient pupil for magic. Okay.
Oh.
You heard the name recently.
I haven't.
Yes, we have.
You weren't here, Calvi.
I wasn't here.
Man.
Okay, so my notes have the Durandus family evading taxes, the dragon went to Brigfang Summit ? Impatient pupil for magic items, Juriana, and then Alchemist Briston is a bad guy. Courtney takes better notes than me.
Wait, Juriana.
I'm usually really good about like having little blips, and I'm like, oh, I know what that was from, but this one I don't remember.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Juriana, last leader of Augurists. Aarakocra have the magic ward that wards them. And the chained ones, we need to go to them.
I mean, Heaven just said it.
Yeah, the last leader of the Augurists. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the name coming up again, and talking about it, Fier, you get the sense of extreme uncomfortability from him from a split.
Oh, that's right! She made Fear! Oh, yeah! Augurist.
I didn't write that down.
Made Fear.
Probably because I'm not supposed to really know that one.
Oh. So I would, like, the staff down the hall and be like, it's okay, Fear. No, she's not actually here. It's just a ring. To, like, try and calm Fear down.
Are you saying this out loud?
Do I have to talk out loud to Fear? If I have to talk out loud to Fear, Calvio is definitely saying this out loud.
Well, wasn't Fear chatting in your head as well?
Yes, but I was talking out loud to Fear last time.
I think.
Because you're attuned to it, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I believe that you can speak telepathically with it.
Okay. Well, there's 3 things going on in Calvio's brain, so we're gonna see. Okay, Calvio can do it this time. Calvio says it in his head.
Okay.
There are 3 people in his brain. It can probably get confusing. I don't know if he's thinking or talking.
the chronicler, or the record keeper, Father Izor, is saying, so do you wish me to keep the ring as well? I definitely want this gyroscope, but the ring, I don't know if we have much use for it. It's not magical, is it?
Not that we know of.
I don't fucking remember. Are there any runes or anything on it? Okay, it's not magical. Nope.
No. I don't think so.
You know, do you want it, Kakira?
I mean, you can have it back.
No. Probably shouldn't take it back.
No, you have it. No, you have it. I don't want it. You have it.
All right. I'll keep it, I guess.
Okay.
Now I will have just ring in my inventory.
I've had that ring in my inventory for a hot minute.
Yep. To have Driana's ring.
So, not to totally derail things that we're doing right now, but in looking through my inventory, I may or may not have forgotten that I have a ruby worth 5,000 gold pieces. Along with 500.
That much of an issue.
Is this in character or?
No. This is totally out of character. I don't want to I like we're going for this, and I'm totally fine with that and like making money. But in scrolling through my inventory looking for this fucking ring, which was right next to the ruby, by the way. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Are they still talking?
Is Kakira saying anything to the priest?
Maybe just like idle chatter.
Is there anyone else around?
It's currently just the 5 of you in the room with the priest.
Probably something along the lines of like, oh, what other artifacts have you gotten recently and stuff like that, asking about what he's been doing.
Well, we've started getting some tablets for some interesting artifact. It seems to have been broken up into several pieces.
Do I have to hold the wand at the handle to use the effect?
Oh.
Just curious.
Oh, fucking Patrick! Oh no! Every time we try to do this, like, Clover making a fucking book for it. You have to hold it to use it. If you want to do it stealthily, it has to be.
But can I hold it like? I don't. Okay. Like, if all of this is the wand, do I have to hold it here, or can I hold it like here, or like here? Like, do I just have to hold it
so that the tip is showing?
Okay, so if I held it like an inch from the top, I could use it still.
At least halfway down or more. Would Calvio do this?
He sure would.
No!
Calvio got that wand for a reason.
Okay, Calvio's gonna say, we may have also found something else.
Oh?
And he pulls out this wand.
Kakira would recognize the wand, right?
I mean, yeah. Kakira's perceptive.
She would just glare at Calvio and be like, "Don't you dare!"
It's like, what does it do?
Don't Don't
Nothing
ask.
bad. Like it's kind of amusing actually. Would you like to see?
Father, you don't want to see.
Kakira, what does it do? You could just tell me.
Calvio does the thing on him real quick.
Oh my god. Oh shit. All right.
He's just like,
If it wasn't a first-time viewer chat, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it's a first-time viewer chat. I gotta do it.
Yes. Oh my god. You watch as the priest is just like, oh, what is this? Why is my face so? What is happening to my face right now? Oh my
You're just
god.
smiling really big.
This is a lot. It kind of hurts.
Oh. Well, I'm not
What is
trying to
this?
hurt you.
Oh my god.
It's only 5 minutes.
I gotta be like this for 5 minutes?
I said it was amusing.
I don't see how this is amusing.
I mean, if you saw this happen to Kakira, you'd think it was pretty amusing, right?
Not in the church.
Oh.
What if someone used that when he was doing a sermon? Just
Guys,
Oh no! Oh my god!
guys, I'm not gonna bring you with me next time I come back. Apparently, I can't
Kakira,
take
who
you
are
guys
these
anywhere.
Associates of yours.
I didn't do anything.
Showing you what we found!
Okay, Marsica's
Yeah.
fine.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Father. They are good people.
I'll say.
But we call ourselves the Honorbound. We've been
That wasn't
been-
very honorable.
well,
You wanted to see what we found?
I asked what it did. I didn't want to
Calvio.
see.
Ugh.
Ah.
You guys are gonna get me in so much trouble.
It's probably
Oh my
fine.
God.
It's very
Oh.
clear what happened right now. I don't think you're going to be in any trouble.
Yes. He's like, oh my God. Holy shit. So, do you sit and continue to speak with this man while he tortures with a smile on his face for the next like 4 minutes or so?
Kakira would say, we can come back in a little bit and just give you a chance to reset.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye bye.
And Kakira looks, what's around? Like, what can we go do for like 5 minutes?
Find a market and sell a 5,000 gold ruby.
That's a little more
that's-
than 5 minutes. That's probably like a several hour affair of like haggling and stuff.
Yeah, that's not like in the cathedral either.
How much
is it?
how much time is left today? In the day?
It's definitely evening by this point. People are starting. They're coming in for their evening prayers. They're and people are starting to get ready to head home. You know, they're ending their work day and etc.
This is a tomorrow thing. Okay.
And so, all right. What it's are you guys just gonna hang out outside for like 5 minutes before going back in?
Yeah.
Are we being
Sure.
scolded by Kakira?
Yeah, Kakira, do you have anything to say to your compatriots?
She's just glaring at Calvio. Like,
What?
you can't do that in the church.
They were just smiling.
They did just look really happy, you know. I mean, I've experienced it. It isn't that bad. You just smile.
But he's
It's
important.
probably the biggest smile he's had in a long time.
You're probably right, but that
Did them a
doesn't make it
favor.
okay.
We did them a favor.
They did ask about it.
They asked.
Yeah.
I was just telling them things. that
You
we
gave him
found.
like a leading question. Like
I
waved
didn't
it in his
say-
face and like, you want to know what this does?
I didn't say where I found it. I just said we found it.
Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't seen that before. from one of the other.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Students.
That's a good point.
I am kind of
That's
surprised, but
Well, I have saved him the trouble of being embarrassed in front of his students. I made him very happy and gave him an experience.
Very happy.
Okay.
For free!
no more of that.
Free.
Okay, yeah, fair.
That's what she said.
Oh my god. So
Between
I
that
put the
and
one in my backpack.
and
It's not
Crowbar's
on my belt,
book
it's on my
fort,
back.
okay.
between that wand and Clobar's book fort, I'm feeling like I can't bring you guys into the church.
Okay, but the book fort was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. And there was no harm done.
Well, I mean, some of the books got damaged.
Did they really?
I don't remember that part.
He made a book fort out of them. Those
Yeah, but
books
did
are ancient.
But did the book fort fall?
I mean, he had to take it down.
Well, if he took it down, it was probably fine, as long as it didn't, like, crash.
Yeah.
The books are
Yeah.
probably fine. You never know, he may have found a book he didn't even know he had, or forgot. May have given him some interesting reading.
It's fine to come in now.
Calvio would, like, obnoxiously gesture Kakira to go in.
Give him just one more glare, and go back over to the what's his face?
Father Izor.
Yeah.
So, since it's also been many months for them, Father Izor would say, I seem to remember something about a book fort now.
We had
That was
nothing to do with that.
That was not my doing.
So it wasn't any of us.
Again, it was one of my companions.
They're no
none of us.
longer. Yeah, they're no longer a companion.
It wasn't
They're-
these ones.
No,
They're literally not with us anymore.
yeah, literally.
And he eyes each one of you, looking you dead ass in the eyes. There will be no book forts in our library.
I really don't even know how they did that.
You know exactly how he did that.
No, I really don't.
I don't
Really?
remember how he did it. Yeah, Calvio probably doesn't even remember.
Calvio definitely.
Was it only Kakira
did.
who knew?
Calvio
Everybody
definitely fucking
knew.
knows. I'm just saying I don't know.
Ah.
I know what charm person is.
No,
I think he did. I think it was command, wasn't it?
That's right.
Oh, was it command?
it was suggesting because it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh,
Oh.
suggestion. That's right.
Okay.
But anyways, he says, no. What brings you back to the temple, Kakira, besides these fantastic things you found? Have you found anything else, by the way? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. Why are you here?
I forgot why exactly we came to Orialis.
Money.
'Cause I-
Well, we
No, like,
people
came
are
here for money.
Why
we came
we
to
teleported.
Orialis to
sick and
save our
dying.
dying friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, it's been 2 weeks for me.
Yeah.
My mind's a
So-
little fuzzy.
I feel like Heaven should do this because Heaven's the recap.
All right.
Remember?
Hold on.
I mean, I can do this if you want me to, but you are the
All
recap.
the
Notes,
on
notes,
the back
notes,
ends
notes.
of old music.
Okay, going back 2 weeks, we killed Jabba the Hutt.
I remember that.
It was
I-
not.
Okay.
It was.
I remember
I
Jabba
have
the Hutt,
It's the recapper right here.
and I remember the poop monsters.
we found a letter addressed to Galadrin. My notes are not eligible there. And then something about Alchemist Briston caused the illness to Andorra. We saw Leader Method again. He's funny. Slop dude, cool. His name's Florp. moving on. We move on to the 22nd. That was when we came into the we needed to go to the Light Lords. I received a letter from home. I talked about that earlier. Bad things are happening. I need to head back that way at some point. Calvio and Sige met Slyview, and they aren't arsonists, and they're pretty cool, quote. Also, the White Cloak assholes, they want to get beat up.
Yes.
Calvio
Yes,
yet has another magic item that he attuned to that talks to him in his head. That was
okay,
a big...
technically it's still the same item. Very technically.
I mean, technically, but it's now another one that talks to you in your head.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Aarakocra have magic that wards them, and then there's the Orialis. I have the impatient pupil written down, and then the Sige thing where she got really stiff. That's all. That's our
cool
recap. Are we good? We came here because we were dying. Specifically.
Yeah, Xarrikir and Fang have cancer. Technically, so does Flint, but Flint's not here.
I think that's back another couple weeks, which is probably why I didn't talk about it.
So
anyway,
we visited the Deadwood.
Yeah.
And this is in character, by the way.
Oh, okay,
yes,
got it.
I'm speaking in character now.
Okay.
So we went to the Deadwood, looking for an artifact, and a couple members of our party got some kind of sickness from being in the area, and so we came here because we knew that the healers would be able to help them.
Well, in all seriousness, you do have connections here in the temple, and if you require any divine healing, you can come here as well. We might be able to help.
And as for us being here in the cathedral, some members of our party visited the what's it called? The impatient pupil, and got some nice items, and they are looking for some jobs to help buy said items. And
a mention of the impatient pupil and getting some items, the priest immediately starts to look at Calvio.
What?
And then just shakes his head, and then says, well, as you know, there have been many terrible dreams about in Orialis. We've had many people coming seeking aid and warding. Short term, if you can figure out if there's anything in the city that's ailing these people. There's also been disturbing reports of people moving at night here.
I mean, is people
moving or leaving?
Like, moving around back alleys, dark cloaks. Very suspicious. Only a few of us have seen it. They're generally fairly sneaky.
Pretty sneaky.
A bunch of thieves.
Maybe nothing. But, myself and the other priests think it might have something to do with what's happening with the dreams.
Do you have a particular location that we could look at before it gets too dark?
The seedier, as much as I hate to say it, Kyron Alley is a little seedier than the rest, as well as Canucks Run. Both of those areas might be good places to check out.
And what you said that people were coming here with dreams? What did they say?
Terrible.
What they were?
And at this point, he kind of gets into a hushed tone, and he says, It varies. Almost like looking over his shoulder, and says, old nightmares that they used to have as children. It seems a lot of people here seem to have had recurring nightmares growing up. So those nightmares seem to be coming back. But something that recently tipped off your old mentor, actually, was that some of them, a great many of them, had chains in the dreams.
Some people in our group have had that as well.
I'm gonna put it on pause. Bowman's making a lot of sound upstairs. I need to go see if make sure.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Oh God.
The danger.
Bowman, what are you...
Oh, the shenanigans.
For the record, Calvio, under normal circumstances, would not have done that.
It was Danny's fault.
What?
Danny. Danny.
Oh.
Yeah, he was the new follower.
Did he tell you to do that? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said I should secretly use the wand on the priest.
He texted me first, and so I texted David, and then they were laughing at us, laughing at each other through the videos, I guess, because we were smiling and laughing. And then I was like, he says only if you posted it in the chat, and then he finally posted it in the chat, and it happened.
Oh my God.
I gotta help Aaron out when I can, man.
What is this? What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Don't worry
Nothing
about
happened. I'm just helping your channel. No big deal.
Okay, sure. Bowman's okay. He was just running around and yowling and making sounds because he wants attention.
Of course it does.
There's nothing
Standard
wrong
cat
with that.
things.
Yeah.
Yep, standard cat things, exactly. But what were you saying? You were mentioning the dreams to...
Yeah. Some people in our group have had the very similar dreams. And this is before we got here.
Anybody in particular?
Is Sige with us?
Yeah, I feel like we would all immediately look at Sige.
Mm-hmm.
I also had the chains in my sleep.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's right, you did. Yeah. But did you tell us about that?
Yeah, I did.
Did you tell all of us though?
I believe so.
Kakira definitely knows.
Yeah, I believe he mentioned it one day.
Okay, yeah, sure, cool.
I vaguely remember it.
So we would point at both of them.
It was just those two, right?
I haven't had any of that shit.
I can't remember if I have or not.
You had one when you were spent a lot of time near the opening to the dungeon underneath Fort Xeris.
Okay.
One small thing. But what was I going to say? The priest would look at both Xarrikir and then at Sige and says, almost saying to himself, "Now why you, and not your compatriots?"
I have no idea.
And I believe Siga's went away.
Sige also mentioned something
stopped.
about some kind of bird.
Golden canary, I believe, is what it was.
A golden canary, you say? And looking at Sige, and Sige would affirm. And he says, "I need to do some research. I think that's important."
Okay.
He's going to make a religion check right now and see if he remembers.
Hope he's better at that than me. I hope he actually studied when he was in school. Unlike me.
At this point, you actually have a larger bonus to religion than he does, with your level and everything.
Oh, well, that's a surprise.
So, it has something that golden. I can't pin it right now, but that golden canary has something to do with one of the creator's children. One of these primeval spirits.
Let me.
Patrick, you can make a religion check for me too if you would like.
Okay.
Kira would.
Go, Kakira, go. Wait. Wait,
Do I need? Do I need to wait? I don't think I need to wait.
If somebody
I
has
think it's okay.
proficiency in religion, then they can help you with this roll.
I can help you.
I get the feeling it's probably fine.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
23.
23. Yes. Nice.
I appreciate the help, though. I really do.
We're just so used to having to help you out here.
I know.
You think about the golden canary, and then you take a really close look at Sige. Then you think about the golden canary again, and then a close look at Sige. I really wish Courtney was here for this moment. But you think for a minute, and you almost flash back to one of your memories, and you're like, how could people have forgotten this? As you are walking in, you remember seeing the shrine to Tinamon. And in the stained glass window, the relief of the platinum dragon, and at the very bottom, set in his chest or in front of his chest in the golden or in the stained glass window, is a small golden canary.
You spell that name for me.
Tinaman.
Okay, I'll have to tell her to look at those notes. Does that name sound any kind of familiar to in history terms to Calvio?
Not really history terms.
Okay.
This is entirely religion here. Sige can go ahead and make a check, and I'm assuming I don't know if you want to roleplay Sige at all.
I can try my best.
Yeah. But
is it a religion check for her?
yes, it would be for him.
Him, sorry. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah. For a moment, it all seems to make sense. Sige has not had this information, has not come across this kind of information previously. But just the immensity of power that Sige had felt from that golden canary in his dreams. It seems to put two and two together that one of the deities has a vested interest in protecting Sige.
Sige would almost kind of I won't say startled, but taken back by this new information. Would ask, is there a shrine or anything of that I might go to for Tinamon? Sige would probably be looking at the priest, but would be asking this out loud.
Yeah. Kakira and the priest would know that there is one in the main foyer. That there is a shrine to him there.
Is it like pointing distance?
I mean, you're currently within a room sequestered away from the main foyer.
Oh, okay.
Sige would bow his head and say, "If you would kindly excuse me, I will be going over there." And he would go to the shrine.
You all watch as Sige leaves the room and heads towards the shrine of Tinamon. What are the rest of you doing in here?
Is it strange to Calvio that Sige is leaving so abruptly? I'd assume it would be.
You make me an insight check.
Can I help with that?
Of course.
Does Calvio need help?
Calvio needs help.
Okay.
Thank
will
you.
help with my insight.
How do you help, Kakira? Like, what do you say or do to provide some insight to aid Calvio?
That's a good question. I guess I could say, I don't know if Sige would know, but Tenemon's symbol is a platinum dragon head.
Sure.
Is that good for me to roll again?
Does that help?
Yeah, that helps.
Okay. That's much better. Where's my insight? 19.
19.
13 plus 6.
Not necessarily. What are you doing, cats? You guys are going nuts.
Cato.
There's definitely some apprehension in Sige and some uncomfortability. This is one of the more abrupt things you've seen Sige do, since Sige is usually very methodical.
Can I try to follow Sige at a distance?
Sure.
Marsica is also still keeping a really close eye on Sige. I don't know if anybody would have noticed it at this point, but maybe this would be the time for me to tell Kakira, actually.
Yeah, so this is a perfect opportunity as Calvio kind of exits the room and is keeping a close eye on Sige from a distance.
Yeah.
I would say I'm giving space. I'm not like sneaky.
Yeah.
It's more space.
Okay.
While that's happening, then Marsica's gonna just kind of like pull Kakira aside.
Along with, are you pulling Xarrikir along too, since he's also in the room?
Yeah, since he's also right there.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna. I gotta look at my notes. Hold on.
And we're just leaving Father Izor just kind of.
He's
just like,
what?
what?
Father Izor is like, oh god, this is a tense moment. I'm gonna like sit at my desk and do some paperwork.
So
I'll let them have their moment in my office.
I'm just gonna kind of quietly tell them that I noticed Sige got really stiff when he was staring at the mountain.
Not Doom.
When we got here, and as I was watching him, when I saw his face, there was a black thing that kind of like slithered across or like fleck across his eyes. And I was watching him again some more today, and he's not acting out of the ordinary, but he's that black fleck is still there. I saw it a few more times, and then he's also like really aware, which I guess isn't necessarily out of the ordinary, but I feel like the way he's, I don't know, I'm concerned, but also don't know.
Does this any
I'm
bells?
not here.
Does this do I know anything about this?
This is a high DC.
Oh boy.
So,
For what?
for religion.
Oh,
It's a high
okay.
DC. So Xarrikir and Kakira can make this check, or Xarrikir, since you have proficiency in religion, you can say, or if you say or do something, you can help Kakira.
I would want to help Kakira because I have a +1 to religion.
So what are you going? But you are proficient, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and what do you say or do? Like, what is Xarrikir thinking right now to contribute to the conversation that would help Kakira in this moment?
Don't really know how Xarrikir would.
You can just like think out loud for a minute and be like, "Hey, it could be this. No, maybe this." You know, even if you're wrong, that can help lead Kakira to the right answer.
Word vomit, Shane. Just start saying things. Word vomit. Just start saying things.
Putting you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah. Let's just see his role first. If he needs my help.
Oh, okay.
So here's the
I
first
don't
roll.
feel like that's how it works.
That's a
I guess we'll
cop-out,
find
Shane.
out. He can't say a number.
Yeah.
Boy, if
So-
only I had somebody to help me.
No! I'm just drawing a
vomit.
huge brain fart right now. I can't
Okay.
right now.
Word vomit.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So for the future, that's how I like to do like help checks in roleplay situations is to think, what do you say to help them? How do you help them in this situation, right?
Okay.
So if you can't think of anything to say, then describe perhaps what your character would be thinking about. Like, for your situation, like, Xarrikir could be recalling the religious text that he was supposed to study through his training as a White Cloak.
Okay.
You know, something like that. You know,
Okay.
something that's not necessarily in your backstory, but that you can just pull out and be like, this is a natural connection. I'm totally cool with a bit of improv on that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because there is there's a certain expectation for your background and your character to have had religious training.
Well, he does have a prayer book in his inventory.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what do you do with the prayer book?
I mean, you could ask your deity for help.
Yeah. Okay. Could I see
mean,
if
I'm just throwing shit out. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just throwing shit out. This is the pigeon on the wall that's not in the room playing with you currently.
Do I want to roll a percentile die
No,
or anything like that?
Okay. So you can ask your patron currently.
Okay.
There's not necessarily a response, but you get a direction. It's I don't know how to. What are you guys laughing at right now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No
God.
dangerous weapons or
I'm not
anything.
even paying attention. So your natural thinking brings you to your prayer book.
Okay.
Okay, and you start to siphon through things and start read some of these prayers aloud. And you come across a prayer for Tinamon, which you read aloud, and that seems to help Kakira in this moment.
Okay.
Have I been helped?
Yes.
I hope that help is helpful. It was helpful. I don't know if it was helpful enough though. 20?
20. So it's not enough to get all of the information, but you're getting the sense that there's some sort of competition happening over Sige's soul right now. you don't know what that's from. You can't remember, but that fleck is a mark of some kind. It's not natural, and you think that you may have read something in a scrap of a book, like when you were first starting to delve into the libraries, but it's just not coming to you right now. But it's whatever it is, it's not good.
Kakira would look at Marsica and say, "Did this start when we got to Orialis?"
It was when. Okay, so we teleported into the magic tower, and we left the magic tower, and we were looking at the mountains. That was when it happened. And Sige got into, like, almost, I don't want to say it was a trance, but Sige got really stiff.
Kakira knows that the mountain is called the Cage.
Legend says that the Chained One resides in that mountain. So maybe it's just the proximity to it is having more of an effect on Sige now than it used to.
So then how do we break that effect? Because that can't be good.
It's not good. Not at all.
Is there a way to, like, if we get Sige away from here, does that fix it? Or is it simply, like, we need a better solution?
With a mark like that, you don't think it's a proximity thing, Kakira.
So would remove curse work?
It's possible.
How about 3 remove curses?
3 of them. You would know something like that is a it's possible. It might be very difficult considering you're contending with a larger force that laid this on Sige.
So what you're saying is 3 could actually work.
Oh my god.
So what you're saying is I have a chance.
So.
Except Sige already walked out of the room. So I can't do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't want to alert Sige.
Right.
Because if whatever it is dormant, I was worried that alerting it could make it bad. Make it worse.
Well, it sounds like whatever it is might not be dormant anymore.
Or if it knows that we know, that could also be bad.
But if we do nothing, it could have a dramatic effect on Sige. It could contend with her life.
Mm-hmm. We need to tell Calvio too, somehow, without Sige alerting to us knowing. Maybe I go and relieve Calvio of stalking Sige for a moment. Sneakily. And tell him to come talk to you.
Okay.
Would that...
Sure.
Okay.
Kakira would look over at Father Izor and say, Father, if you don't need anything else from us, I think we will leave you be.
Do you... His voice is audibly shaking at this moment. Do you need a private space?
Has Marsica left yet?
No, I'm still right there.
Here, look at Marsica. like, do we?
I don't. You're the expert in this. I don't know.
I'm not an expert.
I just saw what I saw.
I'll go prepare a room.
Oh, okay. That works.
Vitas, Kakira, you remember where the meditation chambers are.
Yes.
I will prepare one of those spaces for you.
Thank you, Father.
I must alert the High Chronicler about this.
That's probably for the best.
Might be helpful.
He gets out and makes his way out. So
I'm gonna go sneak Calvio over here so you guys can inform him.
Okay.
So I sneaky go find Calvio. Sneaky.
okay, go make me a stealth check trying to what's
Yes.
Siga's passive perception?
I think it's 18.
Fucking
18.
What?
Yeah, because
Fucking high.
we both have the same passive perception now because I just caught up. So
damn.
And I have
Calvio's
maximum
not being
wisdom.
sneaky. Calvio is just kind of sticking back, giving him space.
okay. 16.
Sige definitely clocks you as you're coming in, but he is having his moment at the altar.
Damn it. Well, when he clocks me, I just act normal.
David, roll me a percentile die for Sige. And is
Yeah,
Sige doing, but while I'm thinking about it, is Sige doing anything at the altar?
So,
Is Sige saying anything?
Sige would, on the way over, have been pondering much. Having always just assumed he got his powers from knowledge, never really assuming that there was a patron or a deity tied to what he has. Actually, I don't know if that's good. That could either be really good or really bad, depending on if you use high numbers or low numbers. And on the way over would be wondering, if in reality he got his powers from Tinamon. Is he more related to Tinamon than he thought? And it's just question after question after question. Is that why he was created in the first place? Is that why nobody knows where he's from? Is lots of things, basically. Sige would get to the altar and kind of stare at it for a moment, not really sure of what to do, and then thinking to other people he'd seen go to altars and just kind of doing the logical thing, and would kind of kneel down on his knees, look at the altar, and then look down towards it, and then look up. I'm assuming there's like an image of some kind of Tinamon, and then just say, he would just say, "Are you there?" If it matters, I rolled a 98.
Okay.
That's either really good or really bad.
Sige feels just a small bit of warmth right here, where the canary had touched him in the dream. It almost feels
Sige
like it's coming from a vast distance, almost immeasurable.
Can Sige get like a direction or anything from it? It's just massive distance. Sige would move his hand to his forehead, hold it there, trying to take in the warmth for as long as he could, with some kind of connection and some things finally making sense. and would move his hand from his forehead to the shrine and press his whole hand against the shrine and say, "Please, could you give me some kind of sign?"
You almost see just Marsica and Calvio watching this as well. Marsica, what is your passive perception?
18.
18. Calvio, what is your passive perception?
16.
16. Calvio would not notice this. But both Marsica, it's a cloudy day outside. And both Marsica and Sige would notice just a small glint of light. Even though it's getting dark, there's the last rays of sunlight as it falls behind the mountain ranges. And there is just this small bit of sunlight that comes through the stained glass window and hits that same spot and then is vanished and gone.
Sige takes his hand off and then just kind of sits back in his kneeled position, puts his hand to his forehead again to try and get what's last of the warmth that's there, and then would just be at rest and oddly comfortable in front of the shrine. Although oddly with more questions than answers, he feels satisfied, trusting almost. And Sige would just sit there probably for a while until somebody would come to get him or he was disturbed.
Mm-hmm. Does Marsica bring Calvio back to the rest of the group while Sige is having this moment?
Yeah, I mean, Sige looks pretty content in Marsica's eyes, kneeling at that altar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I would just be like, hey, or like very quietly, like symbol to Calvio, be like, this way, to come with me. So like careful not to disturb Sige.
Do I have to cast Find Familiar as a ritual, or can I use a spell slot for it?
You have to have all the materials for it, but you can use a spell slot. If you want it fast.
God damn it.
So.
Poop.
Is Calvio going back?
I feel like Calvio probably wouldn't want to leave Sige alone.
Then Calvio stays. That's fine.
Or I can stay.
Yeah, that'd be okay. Calvio just doesn't want her to be alone. Sige, to be alone.
Then, so if that's obvious, then I'll be like, I'll make it clear that I'll stay, and Calvio
Okay,
can
then
go.
Calvio would go back.
And Marsica's just gonna like kind of chill out, like lean up against the wall and watch Sige quietly.
Calvio eventually finds his way to Kakira and Xarrikir. You guys have found your way into the meditation chambers that have been prepared for you. Is there anything that Kakira would like to say that was to Calvio? Or Xarrikir, for that matter. Sorry, Shane.
Anything like extra?
Yeah, anything.
I mean,
extra?
I wasn't here for any of the conversation, so
You can just be like,
here's the stuff and things.
Yep. Here's the stuff and things.
So tells Calvio about everything you just talked about.
Calvio would also explain what he saw, minus the sunlight, but like how Sige went and kneeled in front of the shrine, and it seemed like Sige talked to it, although I couldn't hear anything. And put his hand on his forehead, and then the shrine, and then back on his forehead, and I assume he's still there. Marsica's there too.
Okay. I keep forgetting his name.
Father
Father
Ezor?
Ezor.
I wrote it
Father
down.
Ezor went to prepare a private room for us.
Oh, it's not the room we're in right now?
Yeah, you guys have found
no,
your way.
this is Father Ezor's office.
You guys had found your way to the meditation chamber. He prepared it and brought you over there enough time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you are currently in the meditation chamber.
So we're no longer in his office.
Come on,
No longer in
Patrick.
your office. It's okay, man. So.
Bird brain, you know.
Burbs. Man.
Burbs,
Fucking
what can you
burbs.
do?
Seeds?
Seeds?
Oh my god.
Seeds?
So,
Food? You have food?
So, as you are all winding down a bit, Sige before the altar, Marsica keeping an eye on Sige, and the three of you in the meditation chamber discussing. Sige hears a deep rumble in his head of chains and a faint voice that's not able to be made out. Xarrikir, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
13.
13. You also hear this. And the voice says, I am the one with power here. And we'll go ahead and end tonight's session there.
Damn it.
All right.
Sorry that went a little bit later, guys.
It's okay.
But, woo! Thanks for everybody in chat that was hanging out. That was a lot of fun. Giving Calvio the idea to use the wand against the priest. Oh my gosh. That was hilarious.
Y'all are gonna get me in trouble one of these times. I just know it.
Yeah, probably.
one of these times. But hopefully Courtney gets a chance to watch this and can see what went down a bit. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you all for watching and hanging out. Bye.
Bye.